Many skaters who played in the NHL for a number of years became newsworthy, some cases for all the wrong reasons. Now, this guy was considered a can't-miss star with the Ottawa Senators. The Rhode Island prospect had talent to burn, but unfortunately a serious eye injury, various scams, various scandals followed him. But all I know, when he played to his capacity, he was one of the better defensemen of his era. Now, Bryan Berard, born in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, March 5th, 1977, was the first overall pick in the 95 NHL entry draft by the newly reformed Ottawa Senators. Again, he's most noted for a debilitating eye injury he received early in his career. He underwent several operations to correct it, but did eventually play 619 games in the NHL despite the seriousness of the injury. Now, when he was drafted first overall in the 95 entry draft, it came on the back of some dynamite seasons with Mount St. Charles Academy of the Rhode Island High School program and the Detroit Junior Red Wings of the OHL. Now, the Junior Red Wings did play in the Memorial Cup in 95. 96, he found himself back in the OHL with the Detroit Whalers, put up some dynamite numbers. 89 points in the regular season, 31 goals, and 25 points in the playoffs. Now, you wouldn't think a defenseman would have this offensive talent, but like I said, he had talent to burn. Now, as the first overall pick and with the Senators' blue line among the weakest in the league, Berard anticipated going straight to the NHL. However, after his first camp, he was returned to junior hockey for season. Concerned about his development with the club, Berard, for some reason, requested a trade. In January 96, the Senators traded him in a three-team swap with the New York Islanders and Toronto Maple Leafs. They saw his rights, along with those of Wade Redden, Martin Straka, Kirk Muller, Ken Belanger, Don Beaupre, and Damian Rhodes moved between the three teams, one of the biggest deals in NHL history. But I think the Senators should have waited to see if he was capable of playing with them. But a U.S.-based player, you have to respect him. You want to play in the States. Now, Berard joined the Islanders for the 97 season, and he made an immediate impact. With 48 points in his rookie campaign, he led all defensemen on the squad and finished 9th league-wide in scoring. He was rewarded for his efforts in 97 with the Calder Trophy as the top rookie in the NHL that year, edging out the great Jerome McGillna. He also played for the States at the 98 Winter Olympics. Now, after 4 years with the Islanders and another blockbuster deal, he was traded to Maple Leafs in exchange for goalie Felix Potvin. Now, Berard, in his first 38 games in Toronto, put up 19 points and played 17 more contests in the postseason. In his second year at the club, he had 30 points in 64 games when on March 11, 2000, during the game, ironically against the Senators in Ottawa, the stick of the Senators' Marion Hossa clipped Berard in the right eye on a follow-through. The eye was severely slashed on a Sierra, which resulted in a retinal tear and a detached retina. In the hospital after the incident, after being told he might lose his eye, Berard reportedly told his friends he would play hockey again. Despite that optimism, he received a $6.5 million settlement from his insurance company, which many consider to be a career-ending judgment in his favor. Now, Berard missed the 2001 season and underwent 7 eye operations, improving his vision in the damaged eye to 2600. He started working out again in April 2001 and started skating again months thereafter. Berard was later fitted with a contact lens that allowed him to meet the league's minimum vision requirement of 20/400. When it became apparent he might play again, the Maple Leafs stated they were interested in his services, but Berard opted to play for a team that was currently rebuilding, and it was a bit closer to his home of Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Upon signing a trial contract with the Rangers, he returned his insurance settlement and risked a comeback to the NHL. He played well enough that his trial contract turned to a $2 million deal for the 2002 season, plus 2 one-year options that could have turned into a $9.7 million overall deal. However, he was released by the Rangers after a disappointing season, where he only had 2 goals and 23 points, despite playing in all 82 games for the Rangers. Then he inked a 1-year deal to join the Boston Bruins. With Boston, Berard began to return to his pre-injury form with 10 goals and 38 points, his highest total since his second year in the league. Despite his success, The Bruins balked when an operator awarded Berard a $2.5 million contract, and he walked away from the ruling, making him an unrestricted free agent. Now, Chicago Blackhawks then offered him a $2 million deal and signed him to a one-year contract. In Chicago, Berard's game continued to improve, and he finished the year second on the team in scoring with 47 points, just one off his career best. He capped his year by being awarded the Bill Masterton Trophy for dedication to hockey. With his career seemingly on the upswing, the Blackhawks and Berard agreed on a one-year, $3 million deal for 2005. Blackhawks GM Bob Pulford was eager to have him back, saying his point production was right up there with the best defensemen. He excels in the power play, and that's a huge part of the game now. It was important for us to get him under contract. But the season was ultimately cancelled due to the 2005 NHL lockout, and with a new GM replacing Pulford, Berard was not tendered an offer for 2006. Now, as a free agent, he landed a 2-year deal with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus GM Doug McLean felt that Berard's skill set was a perfect fit for his club, saying that Bryan brings a level of speed to our blue line that we never had in the past. Unfortunately for Berard, while he had overcome the limitations of his vision to become a solid offensive defenseman, his time in Columbus was marred by troubles with his back. His first season with Columbus saw him post impressive numbers with 12 goals and 32 points in 44 games, but a back injury and subsequent surgery shut him down for the season in March. In October, when he should have been gearing up for his second year with the club, he had another surgery to repair a herniated disc in his back and managed to play just 11 games with the Jackets. In late February, just before the trade deadline, the team waived Berard, ending his time in Columbus. Now, with the back injury, he was 6'2", 220. So a person of that size and a person of that strength can be a little bit difficult. Now, Berard then accepted an invitation to attend training camp for the 2008 season with the Islanders and performed well enough to earn a one-year contract in NYI. In his first game back with his original NHL team, he scored the game-winning goal in a 2-1 Islander victory against another of his former teams, the Rangers. However, from there it was downhill, and Berard managed just 5 goals and 22 points while posting a -17 plus-minus. Now, prior to the start of the 2009 season, Berard was invited to training camp with the Flyers. He was not offered a contract despite getting 2 assists in Philadelphia's final preseason game. Now, Berard eventually signed on November 16, 2008 with Vacheslav Chekhov of the KHL, scoring 17 points in 25 games on that campaign. Now, Berard did retire after the 2009 season. Now, Berard currently lives in Greenwich Village, Manhattan, and has been active in various off-ice events, including the 2011 version of Battle of the Blades, a CBC television reality program. Now, talking about the different news he's been involved with, he was also a victim, along with many other NHL players, of a scam run by financial advisor Phil Kenner. Kenner was eventually sentenced to 17 years in jail for the scam. Now, in 2006, in another news-breaking story, it was revealed that he had tested positive for an anabolic steroid known as 19-neurosterone. In a drug test he had taken in 2005, the marking showed up. He was the first NHL player, according to published reports, ever to test positive for steroids. The NHL did not hand down any form of suspension to Berard, as he did not administer the tests, but he was banned from international play for 2 years effective January 3rd, 2006. Berard said after the incident, "I made a mistake that resulted in suspension, and while unintentional, I take full responsibility. I became aware of the problem after the fact, and for that, I am disappointed in myself." Now, 97 was a big year. The all-rookie team for the NHL, Calder Trophy, and the Billy Masterson in 2004. Again, with the Islanders, the career season, in my personal opinion, was 98 with 48 points in 75 games. He was also part in Toronto's big playoff run in 99 with 9 points in 17 playoff games. Also the big campaign with the Blackhawks in 04, 13 goals, 34 assists for 47 points. So final NHL totals, 76 goals, 247 assists, 323 points, and 10 points in 20 playoff games, 17 with Toronto and 3 with Boston. Now, the United States totals played at the World Juniors in 95-96, the World Championships in 97, and the Olympic Games for America in 98. Final totals, 18 games, 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points with 56 minutes in penalties. So Bryan Berard, again, for a lot of people, the injuries, the steroid bust, the eye injury, all kind of different stuff, is very unfortunate, because if he would have not had that massive injury, he was lucky to come back. So I really can't judge him if he was worth the number 1 pick, but when he was coming out of Detroit, all points were that he was going to be probably comparable to young Paul Coffey, because that 75-point season with the Detroit Junior Red Wings of the OHL in 95, in 99 points total, 24 goals, 75 assists, would combine the playoffs. Made people salivate, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the story of the great Bryan Berard. If you like what we're doing here with our profiles of number 1 draft picks for various teams and number 1 overall draft picks, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe. And tell me what your thoughts if Berard would have been injured. Would he have played 1,000 games in the NHL? Would he have scored 300 goals or 200 goals? If the bad things were to happen to him, what his career would have been like? I'd like to know. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and requests are always accepted, sometimes tolerated, but always listened to. Thanks for listening. Bye.